Hello everybody, my name is Michael, you know me as Coding Jungle, and today I want to talk about how to assign a custom URL or TLD to your wsl2 in Windows 10. Um, Typically you would just access it through the local host, and if you know anything about internal routing in Windows for network addresses and whatnot, localhost is typically tied to 127.0.0.1. But if we would try to go to that in our browser here, it will just time out because Windows and WSL aren't that well integrated yet. So basically, what you do when you type in localhost, Windows goes, oh, they might be trying to access the subsystem, and then goes and looks in that and routes it internally. But it doesn't do it for the 127. So how do you add a TLD or a custom URL, like say you want to do something like dev.test to your WSL? Or if you want to use a TLD like you own like a .dev or something along those lines, like I use one for Coding Jungle, which is codingjungle.dev. And well, on WSL too, I can't manipulate my host file to 127 to point to it. So there is a trick to do it. The IP, that's the 127.0.0.1 is the IPv internal address. But there is also a secondary address, the IPv6 address, which is ::1 that you can use, and it will route to the WSL2 from there. So what you need to do is you need to open up Notepad, and you need to gain administrator privileges on it. So you run as administrator. Screen might have just went black because it doesn't detect the UAC. All right, so we're in there. So we need to go to File, go to Open, and you need to navigate to C Drive, Windows, System 32, or the Windows folder, System 32 folder, and then inside there you need to find drivers, and from there you can find etc. It will look like it's blank, but you got to come over here and adjust it for all files, and then you need to open up the host file. All right, if you look in here, you see that I've already done some editing. Like you have 127.0.0.1 that leads to a local host, and then ::1 that leads to localhost. Now, if I want to assign my WSL a custom URL, I just duplicate the IPv, and then I can go and then we'll save it. And if I was to now put that in my browser here, as you can see, it leads to my WSL. You could do that with any URL you want, basically. Like on the .devs, you'll need a certificate, but I might do a video on how to do a certbot certificate, or not certbot, but a Let's Encrypt certificate for WSL2 using the DNS challenge later on. I might do that later on. I'm not going to do it now, but this is one way to do custom URLs for your WSL. If you want to target, like say you have multiple WSLs, that would be a little bit trickier, but typically this will suffice for most people. Like I have home dir enabled, so as you can see now, I go to my home dir from my previous video, which I put up a PHP INI into it to show it working. All right, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll try to get. All right, you guys have a good day now.